Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We're here again. We're here with Sammy, and we're going to talk about the total market cap to see how the market's performing, where we're at. So Sammy's going to tell us all the details as much as possible. So let's get to it. Go, Sammy.
Yeah, so let's bring up the total crypto market cap, and I'll also go through Bitcoin dominance and explain what is going on in the markets. So here's my screen at the moment. This is what I've got. This is a total crypto market cap. At the moment, it's about 2.12 trillion. So you can see I've marked up some key areas. It's following the same Bitcoin pattern because obviously Bitcoin's about 40% market dominance right now. It's in this range at the moment. So it's finding support here. It's finding resistance here. I've also marked up this horizontal area of resistance because it was key resistance in September and also key resistance in May, right? So you can see that's our area of resistance. And then I've got this support here, which we held that support in April and we bounced off it there as well. So what I am trying to see is what happens next. So if I quickly pull a fib from that local low to the top, we also got our fibs at the moment. So we lost the 382. Now we're bouncing off the 0.5. And if we don't hold the 0.5, I'm looking at the total market cap to fall into the reload zone. So the interesting thing here is, Ibby, is that we're going to be in this holding pattern until we're not. And if we do fall bearish out of this, this is going to be a very violent, quick drop, like what we saw here. But interesting enough, alts picked up and it closed below. If we do have a close below here, we could have a violent drop down. But if we do have a bullish break above, then that's a healthy sign. So we could be in this holding pattern down here until as far as like late January, right? That's why I'm on the sidelines. This is a downtrend. The only way to make money is if the prices come up, you'll look at shorting. Especially if we come up to this area again, you would consider shorting and you're making money. It's a downtrend. I wouldn't be entering until I start seeing a bottoming trend. And if we quickly turn on some indicators, on super trend, we have got the sell signal flash confirming that we're in a downtrend. Moving averages, what have we got here? It's well below all the moving average, just like Bitcoin, and it might find support off the 200-day moving average. So we'll keep an eye on that as we come, because if we do close that, that's one warning sign. Indicators, we've got RSI down at the bottom here. We got stochastic or SOIL pretty low. I would expect a good bounce up from here. What I don't want to see is this. You got a left shoulder that bounced to a right shoulder, and if we go down here and we bounce up again, find resistance, that could give us a head and shoulders, which with a technical pattern target down back where we started. So back where we started in May.
And that basically just goes to show that we are entering a bear market if we're going down that much. Like you did a great pattern, the head and shoulders pattern there. So what's the reverse? Are we expecting let's talk about the positive side. The pattern that we're hoping, what's the pattern that we're hoping for, Sam, to play out to be on the uptrend?
Well, obviously if we go down here, right, we're hoping for this resistance level to be broken.
Yes.
We retest it to prove that, it's valid, and then we start moving higher. We break this area of resistance and we backtest that. If we start seeing that is very bullish, right? That is very bullish signals. We don't want to see a straight up because you need some backtesting to establish that price in the market. You need the market participants to pretty much agree. That's what backtesting is. Market conditions is in agreement that this level is valid, and it gives it good validity. So I'm not really predicting anything. I'm just waiting to see. I don't want to buy altcoins right now or anything, because what if this does close lower and we lose that support? It's very violent. If we do come lower, this is my key area to look up to make some small bids, low ball bids. Might enter the market here hoping for a bit of a dead cat bounce. If that doesn't happen, then my next area is, if we do come here, worst case scenario, look at opening positions in this area where we held support, just some low ball bids, sell it on the bounce, because when we are in a downtrend, it's hard. I don't want to be buying right now. You don't know where the bottom is. So wait until you see some established price action. So just quickly moving on over to Bitcoin dominance. This chart I've been tracking since pretty much middle of the year. You can see my former patterns. That's all played out as per, you know, rising wedge, break bearish as per you predict them. Falling channel, 70% chance of breaking bullish, and it did. And it went into ascending triangle, which again has a high probability of breaking bullish, and it broke out very well. Now at the moment we're in this falling channel. You can see it in yellow, and we've just broken bullish out of it. And I've just brought this trend line back from the asymmetric or ascending triangle that should act as resistance. So what I'm trying to see here is, what does Bitcoin dominance do here? If it does break through this and starts trending higher, then what I'm basically saying is it's not altcoin season, right? Altcoin season ended here, right? Bitcoin dominance drove as low as 40.4%, and then dominance started going up, and that is pretty much Bitcoin season. And if Bitcoin is red while this is going up, that means altcoins are bleeding very hard. On the macro scale, on the weekly, this trend line that I have, it's very important because it is going back to July 2019. You know, you got to touch there, you got to touch there, had a touch there, had a touch there. So now it's just coiling up in this region. So to me, we either break this support and we have one killer altcoin season, right? Because there's not a lot of resistance down here. Bitcoin's never been below pretty much 35%. So there's no resistance. But if Bitcoin dominance has broken out bullish out of this, then we are looking at a, you know, Bitcoin season. So not worth buying altcoins. And yeah, I'll stay away from altcoins for a little bit if Bitcoin is red. But if Bitcoin is green and it goes higher, then that's good. As long as Bitcoin's green, because that means people are FOMOing into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's growing in market capital, and then that market cap should trickle down into the altcoins. So what do you reckon with the Bitcoin dominance? Does it make sense?
No, it does. So I actually wanted to quickly go back to the total market cap, but I'll comment on the dominance first, and then I'll comment on that if that makes it easier. So in regards to the dominance side of things, and this is why on the previous videos that I've kind of said I'm still bullish, because I still haven't seen that. I know that you and I have spoken this many times, Sammy, that, you know, I said to you, I haven't seen that crazy run up for the alts yet. And I'm hoping that when we do see that dominance drop severely, that is also to me another indicator that, you know, we're at the end. Like we're pretty much right at the end. But if the dominance is bouncing around in this area and you can clearly see the channeling is still there, it may work in the alt's favor as well if it just keeps channeling a bit too, because when, you know, Bitcoin is not doing anything, the dominance is not doing anything. It's a great run up for the alts, but it's looking great. The dominance, I'm not too scared at the moment, Sammy, just looking at what you're showing there. That's all I have to say for the dominance. But in regards to the total market cap, Sammy, look where we are, guys. You know, we bull ranged from, you know, 1.8 to 2.4 trillion dollar market, and then we peaked close to about $3 trillion market right at the top. Now, this is where it gets fascinating, and I find this really interesting when people say to me we're going to a $10 trillion market. You know, that's huge. That's huge amount of money, and then, you know, people are giving these tremendous amount of you know, saying that look where it is, that 10 trillion. Look how far away we are.
10 trillion is there, right? That's 18 trillion. If we pull this, I just want to fix that fib at the moment on that scale. So yeah, look at this pattern. Look at this. Held at a support, a resistance, back tested it right here, and here we are. This is the journey.
And you know, the $10 trillion journey is a tremendous amount of movement. We need to see a lot of money coming into it. And you can see, Sammy, it's interesting when you zoomed out as well. You can see how from the previously where we peaked out, you know, where the previous top, even further, going further back till like 2018, you can see the top there. Whereas for where we are currently, we haven't even touched it. You know, where does it stop, Sammy?
Yeah. So I think it's going to keep on growing. It's very new. Crypto is very new, and in this period, everything was a fork of Bitcoin. And then you had this things like ADA and Ethereum, proof of stake, VeChains. Things started developing, right? But we didn't know what they will become. It was in the bear market that the development started to stand out. So I think this market's here to stay, really. If this completely tanks and we find ourselves down here, let's chuck on some indicators as well.
Yeah, let's show them that. Yeah.
200-week moving average. The total market cap does come down to here and touch it. It very rarely goes below it and stays below it. So that's where it is at the moment. 600 billion, so under 700 billion, which is a former peak, right? So it's not the end of the world. If we do come down here, it will take time, and that will be a buy opportunity of a lifetime, really.
100%.
Great for dollar cost averaging. You want a dollar cost average on the way down.
Yeah, and see, and this is why whether people are bearish or bullish, the long term of crypto, guys, is bullish. I believe in the $18 trillion market will get there. I don't think we'll get there, this bull run. So if anyone's kind of calling out saying $18 trillion market, that's a pretty long shot, guys. There's massive moon targets. I'm probably, what do you reckon, Sammy? What do you reckon about this market? I'm thinking about, if we double from here, let's say if we hit $3 trillion market and then we double that, I believe in a $6 trillion market. We can potentially do that in the near future.
It's not about timing the market. It's time in the market, right? Yeah. That's the key. I think we can get there. Something interesting that I just pulled up is this RSI. So there was a peak there, right, in the last bull run high. Then you had a peak here. And touched there. So I just extended that trend line, and it was finally broken, right, in July 2020. So have a look at July 20. What happened there? July 2020. It was pretty much up from there. Once we broke that resistance on the RSI, it was very interesting. So if you do think it's all doom and gloom and everything, well, take a look at the RSI. You got another peak here, got another peak there, pull that trend line down. So even if RSI goes into the floor and we never see the light of day, this trend line is going to be broken eventually. RSI just oscillates between 0 to 100. It's let's just pull it to the floor, right? Down to those low levels.
I hope we don't go down that far down, Sam.
Either way, 2023, it's 2023, pretty much. 2023 is when this will be broken again. And that comes in with the 4-year cycle, because the next Bitcoin halving event is early 2024. So remember, the halving event is later, but people start buying in anticipation of that halving event. So that's what I'm looking at. If this trend line, if it's resistance again, and we do have a dump, we could find support on this previous one, or we could just fall below it. But for a fact that you've got this RSI resistance. There will be a day that is broken, and it will be glorious. When that is broken, this is what you're going to get. Look, like that. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get from that day when it broke and it ran up hard. I can't even see. But yeah, it was pretty much a 8x return, 700% profit. So if you just held on for that little period. And
Sammy, that's what I'm hoping for. I know I keep saying I'm pretty bullish, guys, and you're just talking bullish. But if we do break out, I'm hoping for another 8x. You know what I mean? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. That will be the time. I mean, everyone's. I know there's a lot of emotions in the market, but what are we at the moment? December 2021, right? And I'm saying this trend line will be broken in 2023. Hopefully, the earlier first half of 2023. Yeah. Which is not that far away. In a couple of weeks, it's going to be 2022, right? So all you got to do is wait 12 bloody months. Put your pants up.
You can be a potential millionaire, guys.
That's it. In about 12 months, that trend line will break. That is a macro. That's why we always say zoom out. Have a look at it. 100%. You can't time these markers, but these RSI trend lines, once they break it, and even here, it also had a back test. They're usually very good. They're usually very good at it, indicating macro movements.
It's hard. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of psychology game problems with this whole looking at you're probably looking at the charts. You're probably looking at all the YouTube thumbnails going, oh my god, bullish, bearish, 100x, or we're going down. It's a big psychology game, guys. It's not easy, but remove the emotions. Really remove the oceans. I'm saying emotions. Because at the end of the day, long term, we're pretty bullish, and Sammy's just showing us on the charts as well that, you know, whether it be next year or in 2023, you're back up again. That's why, you know, a lot of our fellas that we talk to, it's Ambo or Lambo lifestyle. So you choose whether you want to go in Ambo by the end of 2023 or in a Lambo. I have nothing more to say, Sammy. That is it. If you don't have anything else, nice and short and sweet again, guys. I hope these videos are helping. Please like and subscribe, because at the end of the day, the algorithm does work based on your comments and likes. Sammy and I are here to help you guys. I hope you're enjoying the videos. That's it. Have a fantastic night, day. Speak to you guys soon. Bye.